Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How are you?
How you doing? How you doing?
Good. I'm
All right.
excited. My name is Dee Maria. I am a mother, a sister, a friend, and a change agent. My family's history is tied into Greenwood. I have a full-blooded Muskogee Creek grandmother, and so my people was part of the people who helped build Tulsa.
Before it was a state, parts of Oklahoma were called Indian Territory after the Indian Removal Act of 1830 forced thousands of indigenous people to migrate from the South along what was called the Trail of Tears. Some of those indigenous people were slaveholders and forced enslaved Africans to travel with them to Oklahoma. Years later, about 8,000 people of African descent who intermarried with and became formal members of native tribes were granted land allotments in what was to become Oklahoma.
You know, when I look at Black Wall Street and everything that was accomplished, and even being a descendant, it still sends me on this journey for healing, because there's so many secrets that have been untold that haven't healed throughout the generations. I have two boys. Adam, he'll be 18 in a couple of months, and Abraham is 7. So you got a big smile.
I was given a 10-year mandatory minimum sentence for a nonviolent drug offense. I was torn away from my firstborn.
You know, prison is not rehabilitation.
No.
And, you know, and I learned that myself, you know, after my felony. I received 10 years. A nonviolent drug charge because of the mandatory minimums.
Yes.
For me, it's been really important to try to focus on creating reentry solutions, because when I came home, I didn't have that. One of the most challenging things when facing reentry into the community is housing. That's where Nia's Place came about. Nia's Place is a reentry home for women who have been impacted by the criminal justice system. Nia means purpose in Swahili. And so the purpose of Nia's Place is to offer a place to rest and reset.
And you're so right, because, you know, when I got caught, I got 15 years. So first time, and I said, when I get out, I have to make a difference.
Yes.
I have to make a difference. I was in prison, and I know how people need help. She was in prison, and we have to figure out a way to help these people, because it's a revolving door in prison. So we have to give them some kind of home to come home to. So I'm very passionate.
When I first saw the house, it was in total disrepair. The roof needed to be replaced. The wood was rotten. There were holes in the walls. The windows were broken out. It was a lot. It was a lot of work. So a couple of days ago, I was in my feelings. I was in tears.
Sorry.
Because, you know, it's like I got all of this massive dream of what I want to do to create a solution. But with this, knowing that I don't have quite the means to make it happen.
Nia's Place is a 3-bedroom, single-story home in North Tulsa. She's gonna have to focus on her basic needs first. She has already installed a brand new roof and updated the plumbing and electric. Now she must get the home move-in ready with new windows, new floors, kitchen and countertops, new paint inside and out, and new lighting fixtures. Carl and his team are preparing to tackle the heating next. The home will still need some furniture and decorations. For right now, DeMaria must take one step at a time and move by faith, not by sight.